Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Casper Network, aka Casper the Friendly Ghost. Let's just dive in, and let's start with this tweet here. So some nice news: NFT marketplace, new wallet, launchpad, NFT studio, domain names, are coming on Casper Network. You can now check them live on Casper.live by hovering over the top left menu. Shout out to Charlie8527 zero R, I believe that I'm saying that name right. And here you guys have the products: Casper Live Explorer, Casper Wallet, NFT Studio, NFT Marketplace, Casper Domains, and of course Launchpad. So a ton of stuff coming, and this is very exciting, and I'm actually very excited for the Casper wallet to fully integrate everything. I think that this is going to be very exciting, especially if you are a Casper holder. A lot of people have been asking me, does Ledger support Casper? Yes, they actually do, and they have a full-on breakdown over on Casper's website. I highly advise you to go check it out, especially if you are holding on centralized exchanges. But also, we have this video over here from the CEO at Casper Labs, and this is about the Casper or the crypto industry. I almost said Casper industry. Who knows? Maybe Casper will get so big to the point where it turns into a Casper industry. But nonetheless, we do see here Casper is designed to accelerate enterprise and developer adoption of blockchain technology today and evolve to meet the needs of the future. And shout out to Rect Wojak for this video. It's about 1 minute and 33 seconds long. Listen close to this.
The industry design is broken. Think about how a typical blockchain company is funded. It's not like a software company. They issue a bunch of tokens, they give it to the founders, and these vest over 3 years, and then everyone disappears, which means you have 3 years to create as much hype, and so people chase things like monkey pictures, yield farms, etc., as opposed to the enterprise and government sales cycle, which is, call it 5 to 10 years. And so the industry really needs to go closer towards an equity / employee stock option program structure. The structure of the industry is fundamentally broken. It's something we're trying to do, and we're seeing a lot of companies go closer towards that. I think that is really going to be a fundamental shift in what happened. IBM, for example, is a very strong partner of ours. We built a system for IPv. We're going to create a marketplace for the entire patent ecosystem. We built that with IBM. IBM's first bridge to a public layer 1 network is with us. And IBM is the leader in the world right now for enterprise blockchain development. And we don't view it as hey, it's blockchain versus the IBMs and Microsofts. Not at all. It's hey, we should be working together because you guys know what the enterprise requires. We understand distributed systems. There's a huge tech stack out there. We're just one piece of it. You need partners to build that full tech stack.
And in my opinion, when we look at the enterprise adoption of crypto, I believe that we will see a lot more adoption of assets like Casper. The reason why is because it just makes sense. I mean, these are networks specifically designed to not only accelerate the adoption, but also support the adoption of the enterprise grade sector. I actually got into a little bit of a it wasn't an argument, it was a debate on why Casper is so special over on Twitter. And it's not just the upgradable smart contracts, which I did mention, but it's just them catering to this area in such a incredible way that is really kind of shining a light on what the future of blockchain technology should be and how it could evolve to meet the needs of any sort of future use case, future project, even partner. This is very exciting. And also, we do see over here from the X Frontier, Casper, Switzerland supports a framework to accelerate financial innovation. Nicholas, maybe. Kostopoulos, I hope that I'm saying that name right. I'm probably not, I'm butchering it. But EU Blockchain Observatory and Forum Team, one of the many reasons Casper will continue to become a powerhouse. Oh yeah, Switzerland is also home to the annual World Economic Forum in Davos. And we do see from FIB Labs, Switzerland and Germany stand out as crypto leaders in Western Europe. There are numerous reasons that constitute Switzerland more advanced and progressive in comparison to countries such as Belgium or France. So, very exciting. Also, yeah, I think that a lot of these projects that are centered around Switzerland that are really kind of focused on a lot of things happening over in Europe are going to be very successful because remember, Europe and even the UK, for an example, are extremely ahead of the curve. Switzerland also has been a big giant. In fact, I'm sure that a lot of people have probably paid attention to Switzerland in the recent months. They have been adopting this technology and becoming a huge area of opportunity for a lot of these projects, as well as crypto. Crypto outside of the United States has been growing massively and being adopted in areas in a rapid pace. So this is huge, and I think that this is very exciting. I do believe that Casper will also become a powerhouse within a lot of these areas simply because of where they are centered on, or I should say, positioned, as well as what they are centered on in terms of their focus points. Also, I want to share a quick insight from Kevin Cage over here, which he did talk about ADA or Casper. He said, which is more likely to have a greater return over the next 2 years from today's price, ADA or Casper? I love ADA, and it was a top performer over the recent years already, over 160x from an all-time low, but very impressed by Casper's tech and partners. And of course, this is quoting crypto investor 10_41. He's talking about Casper over ADA. Casper Network welcomes Cardano investors. Now, I actually have an interesting viewpoint over here. So I changed the FIB levels on Casper. I've seen somebody mention, hey, can we get a little bit of an insight on where Casper would be going off the FIB extensions over here, going all the way back to May? And I said, you know, why not? Because this is about 31 cents. I think that it's a good area to focus on in terms of the weekly as using a topping point. This is very interesting as well because it gives us a little bit of a better insight on where we are, you know, really kind of looking at in terms of the support range, the resistance range, and all that. But I also have ADA. So I went back and looked at the FIB levels of the 40-cent range going off of this crashing formation. You could also technically go off of this level here before the meltdown of 2019, or if you wanted to go off of 2020's price action here in terms of February and March of 2020, you could also do that as well. You could look at this in multiple ways. I mean, if you look at it like this outreach to the 3618. I mean, if Casper reached out to the 3618, I would be very surprised because, I mean, this is like $309. This is not going to happen. But again, we have a lot more price data to go off of over here compared to over here. And by the way, if we wanted to look at this in a little bit more of a realistic viewpoint, we could look at the FIB levels not centered on the log scale. Even so, if you look at this on the macro view going off the recent all-time high of ADA going all the way back to 2017 and 2018, going off the low of March of 2020, you could technically see that we outreached to about the 272 almost perfectly. Very similar, by the way, to Dogecoin. And if you guys did miss my video on Casper from the other day where I was actually talking about Dogecoin and it reached out to 2.272 exactly as well, I highly advise you to go check that out because even if we look at this and if we outreach to about like the 2.272 from this level, by the way, let me actually go back to the perfect area here. So the 2.272 is about 70 cents, 67.80. Now, I know that that might not be substantial for most people, but we're also not going off the all-time high like we are going back here. The all-time high on CoinMarketCap was about 133. So let me actually go to 133. Let me edit this real quick. It's not bringing up, oh, sorry, the settings are over here. Couldn't see that. So let's go to 133 exact. There we have it. So again, kind of going off of that 2.272, this would bring us to about $3 on Casper. And I think that that's a range that is possible. Market cap wise, that's not too crazy. Again, I don't like to do these comparisons all the time. This is just for, I guess educational purposes, really kind of looking at the what if scenario. Like, what if we did outreach at a 2.272 just like ADA? This would be 100 and almost 33x opportunity to about the 2.272 at about $3. Now, again, what's the chances of this? We don't know. In fact, a lot of people even compared Casper to Solana in terms of the 500x opportunity. We don't know where it's going to go. We just have to wait and see. But with everything happening, I'm very excited for all of the news happening from Casper. They're continuously building, continuously expanding. To me, I am expecting us to hit some highs. ADA was a big showrunner for a while during 2021, and it did do incredible moves. I mean, listen, looking at this chart back here, and really kind of eyeing it and saying, okay, well, We did a 180x opportunity run to about $3.20 off of, almost 2 cents exact. That's crazy. But in my opinion, I mean, Casper is still very well positioned in this area as well. I think that Casper could do something very similar like that. With all of the updates that we are seeing, the adoption, the growth, the noise that they are making as well, all of this is incredible to see. It's something that you want to see as well. Over here, we do see there will be new capabilities with the upcoming Casper Network's ZUG protocol, including capabilities for smart contracts, new gas fee mechanism, contracts that can stake the network, contracts that can have delegated keys for upgrades. I mean, all of this is great. It's incredible for these enterprises that are utilizing the network. It's incredible for you and me that are utilizing the network because, again, it's all like staking is locking up tokens. This is great for network security as well as locking up supply and making sure that there's not as much supply out there in circulation, meaning as more demand comes in, less supply is actually there for them to utilize, which creates demand for the token, which creates a higher price for the token. Also, with them continuously upgrading these smart contracts, adding more capabilities, adding more insights on gas fees and things like that, this is all going to ignite a lot more growth for the network as well as adoption, which is always incredible to see as well. And even Casper 2.0. In fact, over here, how are things going with Casper 2.0? The team is furiously working to bring 2.0 into action. Entering the testing phase for 1.5, the architecture work for 2.0 is in progress. Once the testing is over, the team will focus on the 2.0 rewards mechanism. And this is great. And there's still a lot more to really kind of be built out here. And I think that this is going to be the big thing. There's going to be a lot more growth for Casper. That's a given. There's going to be a lot more adoption here, and I really do think that when we look at things happening around Casper, as we do continue to see the name getting out there, I've been seeing a lot more names talking about Casper, a lot more people coming over to the community. As we do continue to see that growth area, I think that's only a matter of time before Casper really starts to pick up pace. And again, like I said, this really does remind me of some early layer ones before they went absolutely crazy, very similar to what Kevin Cage is comparing here in terms of ADA. We don't really like to compare too much, but it's really nice to see what other tokens have done in the past. I even shared on Twitter, listen, we all want to make money here. Money is the big thing. It's the big goal why we invest in these tokens. I compared Casper to, Dogecoin simply because it gave us a little bit of an insight on what happened. This is going off of the 2017-2018 high and going off the March of 2020 low. Most of these tokens, almost all of them, outreach to the 2.272, which is a very interesting area to look at. And again, I have this 24-cent price action all the way down to about 2 cents or so, and we have the 2.272 over here at about $5. Now, you might be questioning, well, what's the big difference in this chart compared to this chart I have over here? The difference is going off of a different high, as well as going off of it based on the different FIB extensions. For an example, if we go off of the log scale, I could kind of show you what I mean by that. So here you guys have the 2.272 up here at about $5.10. Again, I always say candlesticks don't matter, candle bodies do. And you can really kind of see this. It's different going off of different candle sticks as well as bodies. I think on that chart I was using maybe the 3-day. Yeah, so I was using the 3-day on this one. So if we go to the 3-day span, you can really kind of see that the candlesticks are a little bit different. And this would actually push the price up a little bit. And I might have been off a little bit on the bottom on that candle wick, but it's right around the same range. But again, like I said, we all want to make money. If we continue to see the team building out, continue to see the team growing, getting the word out there, I think that price action alone is going to follow it greatly. Is it going to be a 100x? Is it going to be we don't know. And I don't think that price predictions should be taken extremely seriously, and I don't think that they should be taken as a guarantee. Anything can happen in this market. Listen, Casper tomorrow can go to 0 or it can go to $10. Nobody knows. All we know is this. The Casper team has been relentless during this bear market. They've been continuously building. They've continued to update us on everything that they are doing. This roadmap gives us an insight all the way to 2024. What other team is giving us an insight like this? This is incredible to see, and I do believe that the growth, the building, the development, the upgrading, the partnerships, all of the other use cases going live on Casper, all of this is going to ignite a huge move on Casper, and I'm very excited for that. And if you guys are excited for that as well, leave a like, subscribe to notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.